that I normally talk to, or when we're doing any cutting up sort of thing, uh, set it up there to get a couple of shots, as well as I did bring my tablet out so that I could get on this channel in case I need to block somebody. Because I've just put it on the Eco Village Outlaw page. It's not as popular as my other one. Block somebody. Because I've just put it on the. But main reason why I want it is as well as to have it for chat purposes.
Right on.
You know, need to read or anything like that.
It's easier
So what I figure I'll do is have you stand in front of me. I'll do the quick, hey, yeah, right there. Probably closer up to there. Oh, whoa, 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 careful, dogs. Quit being a rat. I'm going to have you pronounce the dish because I got no fucking clue at the proper pronunciation of it, and I don't want to fuck it up. All right, so in 3, 2, 1. Hey there, Cosmic Nuts and Cosmic Naughties, and welcome to a very, very special Cooking with Cos. Today, we got a special cook with us, Wanna Wander, and we're going to cook one of her meals, which is...
chicken paprikash, or paprikash csirke, which is a Hungarian dish. It's chicken with a gravy.
All right. And with that, I guess it's time to start chopping onions, huh? How are these? How are we gonna chop these? Is it like into dice things or?
I like to do them 4 slides and then like little chunks, and then they'll.
Well, I'll let you show us the first. Well, you said you like to do this stuff.
I do. I love to slice onions.
All right, let me get this thing over here so we're getting the right angle as well. For all those people that are into the noises and whatnot.
I know that makes your self cry. Makes you cry when you have. Do you peel this layer off?
I usually do.
Sometimes I go back and get it because there it goes.
I really just try to get the paper stuff off, but a lot of times that first layer's got to go with it.
If it's really dry.
Yeah. Is that what it is? It's the...
If it's really dry, it will.
So the desert doesn't exactly help.
No. All right.
Hello, Joyce. How you doing? Yeah, thank you for throwing that PayPal link out. I don't think the typing one works on this particular channel, though. Yeah, you got to wave up to this one, not back there.
Oh, hi. I'm backwards.
Yeah, this is our quote-unquote behind the scene, but it's more like in your face than the other videos.
I'm disoriented. Yeah, I feel like these mostly cut themselves.
Next time, chop right there.
Oh, okay.
So that we get the camera gets good angle. See, it's all these little things that nobody thinks about, really.
It's a cooking show. Just give it 4. You go this way, and they kind of. Then you don't have to do all that.
All right, and so we'll use the pork fat in the pot.
Yes,
Is
that's what we want to get.
I will start to get that.
I'll just slide this up to there. So.
I can get you a plate to throw stuff on if you don't like that, if it gets in the way.
They say if you don't take the end off, it won't make you cry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't paid attention to any of that sort of stuff, but I usually leave the end except for the last little tiny bit, because that's actually the most nutrient dense part of the plant itself. That's what's very good.
I think it tastes good too. That I don't know. It tastes a little bit different to me.
Put a good amount of stuff in there, I guess.
Yeah, not a good. I mean, enough for
just to give it a good coat of the bottom.
Yeah. Just so you can cook the onions, pretty much.
Onions. What about the celery and? Do we need garlic for this dish as well?
No garlic in this one.
No garlic. Wow.
No garlic.
All right. Actually, we'll throw this up here so I
We've
can
tried it with garlic. I don't know. Kind of takes something away from it.
Why can't I make you a mod on this? That's weird. Yeah, I'm signed in as the Eco Village Outlaws, but I'm not allowed to, only allowed to hide you.
Don't know.
Oh no, so we were gonna start some water too.
Yeah, I'm a busy worker most of the time, so I like to do busy work.
Alright, what did I do? We'll edit that out.
Why?
Maybe.
That's the fun stuff.
Well, I can't. No. People don't like banging in their ears when they're listening to
True.
headphones. I found out.
True.
I've had people.
Or wind. Wind is another one. I went back and listened to some of mine, and they were like,
Oh, where are you at? If you're not at home, where are you at? Out driving about? Yeah, we're doing some behind the scenes. Got the water going, that going. Oh. But the celery will go in and the carrots will go in at the same time, right?
yes. They collect a lot of flavor.
And yeah, I did originally have carrots. However, I had them a little bit too long and they're starting to mold.
Oh, right, right.
So I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope, nope. All right, go get rid of this water.
In a real ideal situation, I would save all these and make some good vegetable stock with these onions. But right now, I'm going to cut them up. Not the peels. Well, yeah, you could still use the peels to make a broth.
Cool, cool. I'm not even sure how many people are in here at all, to be honest with you. Let's drop that down to the tongue. Oh, yeah, 3 people watching. Let's put some of these in there now. Carrots. But at this point, no salt or pepper or anything like that?
Not until the onions kind of sweat. Like, let them settle for a minute.
Yep.
And then I put the salt when they, and then it'll make it sweat.
I turned the heat down pretty low on this so that it won't be, they won't be too out of whack.
Yeah,
while putting them in there, and then once they're all in there, then raise the heat on them. And
yeah, that's good. That's how I do it too usually.
things you learn doing big batches of stuff.
Right. I haven't done too many huge batches, but I mean, I've got a big family, and Christmas You know, we go big all the time. We like leftovers too.
Yeah, I have been trying to have some leftovers this season, because it's nice for like a little lunch the next day sort of thing.
Definitely.
But yeah, last week no such luck with that.
Yeah, too many people came by, huh? We had a great turnout.
Yeah, not a bad turnout at all. Should have told you to bring cards with you.
Oh.
Yeah, because we got that hour to kill while this is boiling.
That's true. A lot of times these onions are like just dissolve after a while, so I like to make them a little bigger. So that gives it a little more substance. I love when you can just peel the one layer. Sometimes I can't get it.
Yeah, I don't know if you were in the room the other day when Len started going off about potato peels.
Oh no!
Yeah, he was like, you
no.
don't eat onion, you don't eat the paper on the onion, you don't eat this, you should not eat the skins of potatoes. I was like, that's actually kind of my favorite part.
Yeah, I eat the skins of the potatoes.
Yeah.
They have the most iron, but at the same time, some people find that like to be a what do you call that now? Nightshade. Like
Yeah.
Potato peels, yeah. So I guess it depends on what your body likes.
My body says that's just delicious.
It is.
Put some butter and some salt and pepper on it and have at it.
Hell yeah. And then like potatoes. I don't know. I sometimes will take all of this stuff and make a vegetable broth with it. Just like the onion peels, potato peels, and all that. I'm having a hard time with getting these onion things off today. Sometimes my fingers don't.
I will often. I notice that you cut them in half from that point. Yeah. Often I'll cut them in half and then peel the papers off from it.
That probably makes more sense, huh?
I don't know about more sense, but. Yeah, exactly. How do you make bacon potato skins without the potato skins? You can't. It's just bacon. But that's not bad either. Not bad either.
You can make them without, but I mean, you need that rough substance, like just. It's like a different texture altogether if you don't have that.
Oh, this is so much easier with a sous chef. Actually, I'll have to say, for the most part, last year, there was always somebody staying here that was willing to do like chopping up of onions and stuff like that for me, so it was really helpful.
That is. My sons taught me well too. They're kind of like, well, you know, they were both chefs. So they taught me to stay in your station.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like this is my station. And then, you know, you're always like shuffling around each other, doing the kind of box thing.
There's definitely gonna be
one more.
So, well, hold on a second. Look how much onions in here already, and let's see if you think we need any more.
I think that's a good amount of onion.
All right, cool.
You can hold on to this one.
Cool. I want to chop the celery up then.
Yep.
Get that in there. And I actually think a little bit more pork fat.
These are already washed and everything.
Yeah.
See, nature does the first cut already. So I just, when I open a thing of celery, I just go right down the sleeve. Instead of taking off a stalk at a time.
Yeah. It'd be a lot better if they would give units of measurements instead of, oh, one stalk. Well, no, I want to just continue to cut down until I have enough. And then
2/3 of the way down.
Yep.
I know, I don't tuck my fingers, but knock on wood.
Haven't lost any fingers yet?
Had any bad accidents? I'm usually pretty good.
And we're going to switch that over to this. Oops, stop. Oh, maybe I got the laptop today, maybe.
Ooh, that's good. Nice. Alright, so I think that this here gives you a lot of flavor. This part right here. This part right here. I'm trying to get the dry pieces off though. Alright. This I'll use in the garden and grow another piece of celery. Look at that goodness.
It's for fucking Alien.
Oh, dang.
Alien, your package arrived. See? Well, no, I'm not gonna.
Okay, so.
Oh, I really need to learn to keep these shorter.
What is it?
GoPro video.
Oh.
Because when I gotta transfer it to my phone, it takes forever.
These pieces, I don't. These are gonna be yucky. I'll throw these in the compost.
Huh?
I'll throw these in the compost. They're kind of yucky-ish. And this one.
So, one thing I was thinking that we can possibly do to help speed things up. Would it make sense to paprika them ahead of time? Nah, not really. Alright, never mind then.
Nah, just sprinkle it later on and then.
Let's turn this up a bit.
It's just easier. Alright, there's that. And that's it on the veggies, right?
I do believe so.
Yeah.
Shut you up, because you don't actually need to be going. We're now kind of sitting and waiting for a well, no, because this should happen pretty quickly, right?
Yeah.
And we'll be adding the chicken pretty quickly. So let's grab the chicken out of the.
Alright, take it. Yummy. Yeah. Flavor.
Oh, you know what that means, right? Time for dabs.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess you guys can see us down here. I did set that up fairly well, so I didn't have to move it. I know. Let's see.
Oh, just what the doctor ordered. Literally.
Yeah, my doctor didn't recommend anything. It was just like it's a blanket recommendation. It's not like, oh, you should be taking CBD and blah blah blah. Blah.
Well,
But someday when it's a little bit more accepted again, because I mean, they tricked physicians into saying yes, marijuana is bad by calling it marijuana instead of cannabis. Because cannabis was in there fucking.
There's all sorts of tricks that they've used. I mean, think back to prohibition, you know, with alcohol and how far they had to come.
Oh, those alcoholics got it easy. They only had prohibition for a short little bit.
I know, and yeah. I think some of the things are silly that they use for evidence, but they're just trying to blanket it because they're trying to crack down somehow.
Oh, they want somebody else to make money. Is usually what it is.
Don't dab and drive.
Don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me what to do, bro. That's gonna be the next bumper stickers.
Don't tell me what to do.
No, don't dab and drive.
Oh yeah.
Like mad.
Yeah, they have supposedly a breathalyzer sort of thing. I'm very interested in how accurate that is for like your actual level of intoxication versus, you know, oh yes, you have some in your system.
Still should be a totality of circumstances, if you will.
Agreed. Why does this shut off when there was oh, because text wasn't going because I pushed it down. All right, well, Zombie Doll's now in here.
Hey, Zombie Doll.
Charles Tell-All is in here.
And Charles.
Do you know Charles at all?
I don't think so.
And Robert Burke enjoys are the people who comment so far.
Robert, from Colorado Springs.
Ah, yes.
Weather report, yeah. What's up? Yeah. It's very nice.
We got trade signs.
Okay.
All my stuff's over there, soda, whatnot.
Do the Sunflower Shuffle.
And actually, this is pretty much where I sit in the mornings.
This is your spot, okay.
Kinda.
No wonder you looked at me funny when you came in. You were like,
No,
That's
no,
my
no,
spot.
no, not at all.
no,
It was just more like, how can I reach all my stuff
mm-hmm.
without disrupting her? Just no.
Corner, that looks good, yeah.
Oh, and then I left the tablet over there. What
You're a hot mess. Yeah.
I am. I'm
You're
scatterbrained as fuck.
Not
Which
used
is-
to having people in your your kitchen.
Nope.
Mm.
Nope, nope. Especially not while I'm cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much people run and disappear. You know, oh, because, yeah. Especially when there's, you know, Shiny, Turquoise, Sean, Karma, and then now Lilith has been hanging out as well. Like, it's crazy in here.
You're like doing the hopscotch trying to cook. Those oyster mushrooms were really good when you made something with them. in the soup, wasn't it?
Huh?
Those oyster mushrooms that you made?
Oh, yeah. Would those be good in here?
So good. Actually, there is a mushroom paprikash. That's what I was going to tell you yesterday for like...
Oh, we should.
Yeah.
Well, I do have mushrooms like you. We could make a
Good.
small batch. Like how our... How...
We have another onion, but it's still need onion. Yeah. And celery. We wouldn't need celery. That I wouldn't make with celery. Because then you lose... It's more of a savory, and the mushrooms... I find
So,
it gives a better flavor.
because I've been, each time it's quasi vegetarian. Could we put them into this when we take out the chicken to break it up, pull some extra out at that point and,
Yes.
and add mushroom?
Yes, that would work for vegetarians.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, and even Joe was okay with that because chicken stock or beef, you just can't have the meat with the fat. That's where the problem starts for his dietary.
Yeah, the broth is much easier to consume, especially when you defat it. So a lot of diets, but it brings so much flavor. So in essence, we're making our own nice chicken stock.
All right, so we will throw some mushrooms in.
My daughter, ironically, this morning when I looked on Facebook, just real quick, I never go on there, but just happened to be on. Actually, every Monday I go on there and do a little bit.
Yeah.
But I know she made chicken paprikash and what we're making today.
All right, huh?
And she was, her boyfriend had posted pictures of, you know, oh, when you have a half Hungarian, you know, girlfriend, this is what you get to eat.
So is this kind of the
traditional?
Or do you think this is ready for the next step?
Let's see.
Because it's starting to get the onions are starting to get
Let's
translucent.
salt this now.
All right.
Now you want a good bit of salt on that. Yeah.
Hold on a second. Where did that? I will use this too, but I had some last. You want to grab that bit and crack the rest of that? What's left of that in here as well?
Sure.
Pepper.
A little bit. You could do a little bit, but we don't want to take away from the paprika, which is really the hit of this dish.
So nope, we won't hit it with that. But I do know you're supposed to salt everything.
Salt and pepper, everything.
Yeah. Well, speaking of peppers, yep, it is here. Let's get the.
And the paprika is a traditional.
Doll loves the hairdo.
Pepper. Oh, thank you. That's my updo, so it doesn't get in my way when I'm cooking.
Come on. This big of a knife.
This is nice. Salt will make these nice and sweat like a nice flavor. Yummy.
Actually, I should do that. I should take all the stuff out of that box, retape it up, and give it to Alien. No, I can't do that to Alien. There we go. That is open and ready. Are we just waiting still?
Yeah, let's give this a couple more minutes.
And I should kick that on as well. Yeah, each time we do a step, we got to start to tell the camera as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Starting to smell good.
Yep.
The onions and celery are very aromatic.
The Trinity.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Trinity. No garlic though. We don't have garlic in this one.
Ron doesn't have packages sent here though. I think it's funny that Alien still does. He's been here forever. His camp's pretty established now, but apparently he doesn't want to change the address on his shit.
That's something I have to do. Change my address.
You still get in your hometown?
Ashton was taking my mail, but she just moved. That's my daughter. So she was telling me, when I would have important stuff coming in.
Yep.
Yeah. So then I had to have it mailed to my son's here, and I had to fill something out. So I have to get on that. So I need a place to get now. I think a mail service. I think I'll do a mail service because I'm on the road sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes here, sometimes.
Yep.
It's always different.
How often do they charge, or how often do they forward stuff on?
I think somebody was just telling me about that. They put it in an email, and then you can choose what to hold or something like that, and then they'll send it all at one time. Or
so if it's something important, you can be like, nope, you need to send that now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yes. Yeah, where some of them you can just choose to open only a couple things. I don't know. I think there's different ones too, so I have to look into it more. That's a good one for YouTube research because people have already found out. So I just watch the video.
Yep. How do you get your mail on the road?
Bob. I have to let Bob.
Yeah, Mike Living 3 will no longer do general delivery. Apparently he's had problems with it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's good to know because I was thinking of having some things sent that way.
I've never had a problem with it. Nobody here that I've ever heard has had a problem with it here. But I'm guessing because he moves so often, sort of thing, that it's behind, slow, having to wait and shit like that.
You should be able to do these chicken.
All right, so the next step is we're gonna add chicken to this as well as water, and as we add the chicken to it, we're gonna add paprika as well.
I'm gonna go out of the way.
Oh, you're getting out of the way? Well, you're the one that needs to put the paprika in it.
Are you gonna put the chicken in?
Yeah, I'll put the chicken in, then you put the paprika in.
Then the layers. Right on. There we go.
Oh, did we want to take some of that out and put? No, it'll all float and shit like that.
There is a. Yeah. Oh, it went back in anyway.
It'll break down. Everything breaks down. Want to do?
Yeah, I want to get a little bit on each one. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
All right. Yeah, these must have been actually frozen when I got them and didn't realize it.
They probably were a little frozen, but no matter. It'll still work.
Oh, yep. It will for sure, especially once we start I think I can get one more kind of squeezed in there, or nah.
You can.
You're already in there.
For this layer.
So seeing as how we can't stir anymore, I'm going to add this hot water to the bottom so that the vegetables don't stir or don't burn.
Yeah.
Taking a lot less water than I would have thought it would at that point.
This is good. Right on. Big ones. Yeah.
Doesn't want to go through the leg for some reason. That's because it's
Ah.
definitely still froze. And then we'll look at the center.
Yeah, just,
None for you. Maybe if your dad brings his leash and your harness, maybe there'll be some for you.
there we go. My grandmother used to cook probably this much.
Oh, when the grandchildren would come over and stuff like that?
Well, she was always cooking for everybody on the block. That's probably where I got it from. But you know, she liked to cook for people, and she was good at it. So the church, she cooked for the church a lot.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, she was always baking. Oh my God, you should see the baking stuff they do. I mean, wow, that is good. But usually a lot of intricate stuff that needs to be taking a lot of time and rolling stuff out, and like, you know, where do you do that here? That could be fun here. Because, you know, when you're camping kind of thing, I'm always getting stuff in my charcoal or something.
And last piece.
So imagine rolling stuff out.
Yeah. Be right back.
Alright, I'm giving this a generous shake of paprika on top of all of these nice chicken legs. But not too much, because it'll turn bitter. Just a nice light coating. The dogs are underfoot, they're hungry. This looks pretty. So let's see. I'm going to pour a bit more of this water in now.
Good old hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
And a small tie-dye shirt that never sells. My crowd is not small. Medium and ups.
Alright. So
I am gonna fill this up again and start
that's great.
in that, because that's fed shit up.
And then you just want a little more. Not a ton more, but just yes.
No overkill. Lid's over there if you want to throw that on there.
Yes, we're going to put the lid on now. Let him get
I can shut it off for now.
nice and steamy in there.
Now we got the sit and wait time, right? Oh.
Wait. My first day with these shoes. No, just kidding. I have some flour if you want.
Ooh, I would love to smoke some flour. Also, I do have hand sanitizer out there if you touched any chicken or anything that you want
I
to.
might as well. Like that. Okay. Where's the back?
If you go over by where the sinks are, you'll see a hand pump. Oh, live chat. Give me live chat.
I had this Sherlock Holmes hole.
I know, very nice.
Fairly clean, I think.
Probably cleaner than anything I got, to be honest with you.
I don't know if I want to use this on it, but I don't have a lighter on me.
Yeah, no, we're not going to use that on that.
You keep burning my nose
I
off.
hate
And my eyebrows off.
torches for that. It's like, no. You don't need that. That's for the dab rig only. You don't need to light cigarettes with that. I mean, only reason why I lit that with that is because it was probably already hot, and I didn't want to burn myself trying to get too close to the.
Still back this morning. That rain we had.
You're susceptible to weather pains as well?
Yes, me too.
Oh, yeah. Knees and back, and I actually had heartburn last night like a motherfucker.
Did you?
Yeah. I ate a whole pepperoni pizza.
Oh, that always does it to me.
From the donut shop, and they never bake the crust enough, so it always the yeast is still alive and destroys my guts, and I'm shitting by 7 o'clock in the evening, within a couple hours, sort of thing. Where I'm normally morning time, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, gotta go.
You know something's wrong when that happens. You're like, oh, something didn't agree with me.
And I was all out of antacids, but I got this wedge thing.
Wedge?
Yeah.
To lay on or something.
Yeah, you can lay on it, and you sit up against it. It flips a bunch of different ways, and I set it up so it was at the lowest incline that it had, and I went back to sleep without the. Yeah, it was handy. It was handy. I'm glad I did have it.
I could use one of those. I'm always trying to do that in the van.
Keep an eye at Ernie's.
Ernie's.
That's actually where I got it from.
Nice.
Yes, zombie doll, it is a sex pillow. I wasn't going to say that. I'm trying to be appropriate.
I thought it too, though. But I need one of those, not for that reason.
It was the first time that I was used for the heartburn situation.
Just for
and
my
I was
back.
glad to have it. That is for sure. All right.
And heartburn, but I don't have heartburn that much anymore. I've learned not to eat things that destroy my belly. This thing doesn't really stand up, but you go green.
All right. If I must, I will. You gotta get away from the fan, though.
This window where it gets like nice and toasty over here. Almost hot.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the plant, that's actually why I have that flag thing.
Yeah.
And it may become a cloudy day on them, whether they like it or not.
This is great.
But yeah, that flag's so handy. All I do is clip it on there, and it's.
Yeah, that works out good. So I need some things to grow in the garden for winter. I did some cabbage, onion, like you said, that starts pretty well. I don't think what else I can grow. You said potatoes?
Potatoes, like this is all shit you can grow just like from scraps, sort of thing. Green onions,
celery. That's right.
Celery. I don't know if it'll grow out here, but you can grow pineapple from cutting off the fucking top and putting it in the ground.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's a good one to try. So we're putting in a community garden down there.
Yeah, I got a bunch of seeds if you want to go through them and use anything out of them, because I haven't used them and I don't. I do not know about how heat affects seeds and germination. Like, I don't. They're always telling you, oh, you want to buy new seeds every year. Oh, fuck you, I do. No, I'm going to take care of them and store them in the right spot, and then they'll be fine.
Yeah,
but I think heat may affect them, because I did try to germinate a bunch of stuff, and they didn't take off at all. But that was just one package of something. You know, it wasn't like a
explodes or something like with heat or something, and it just never.
I'm thinking more it dehydrates it more, sort of thing, and removes any sort of
any moisture.
I probably, and that's why, like, I never germinate seeds with this. I usually always use peat pellets and just fucking drop them down in there.
Mhm.
But I was like, you know what? Maybe these things just need to be soaking in water or sort
That
of
could
thing.
be something too, because sometimes the harder things need to crack the shell, or maybe it's just
Mhm.
a dried juice. I don't know. But I know that some things pop out years and years and years later, and just that just the right conditions happen.
You want one of those pillows for your legs? To help give it propped up. I feel like I'm having a conversation and talking behind your back because you can't see it.
Well, I felt like we were doing that to them a little bit too. So.
Well, no, they're being creeps and eavesdropping. They hear everything.
Yeah.
You know. Where this, you actually got to go back and read.
Okay, I've clearly baked out.
Me as well.
CBD, add kids. Alright, flour. Combination is very helpful to be.
Yeah, I prefer smoking flower. Dabs is just way too easy to get and cheap out here.
Yeah.
You know, because the kids do the trimming. They don't want to carry all that weight out. They just carry a little bit of concentrate. And you don't want to be smoking because a lot of times they get paid in trim.
Yeah.
Because they'll get a lot more of it that way. And you don't want to be smoking. It's on them. They make their own shit, bring it down.
That would be awesome to get paid that way. I mean, if somebody has a way to.
It wasn't
do
horrible.
something.
Yeah. So the season that I went away to work, I was told, oh yeah, we got all the trim work you need. It's just gonna be you and so. Real quiet. I get up there, so and so is no longer there. There's now 4 other people, including myself, ended up working 3 days every 2 weeks. And like I was trying to tuck away money, and like getting paid getting paid cash for how much ever you trim. So it was like you got paid what you're worth. If you were slow, you made less.
That's true.
And so it was like I would have done all right because I was still making decent money. But then when you have 10 days off and money, it's like, let's go do something. I'm not. Ended up spending most of it. But
dinner.
But I was smart, and they were quite wasteful, and like they would, after we get done bucking and clearing out the room from a drying, there'd be all kinds of these little tiny nugs that were small that I don't know if you went and bought the smalls that they sell, and they were that size. Yeah. And I was just like, is it cool if I take those while I'm doing clean this out? And they're like, yeah. I left with 4 fucking pounds.
Wow.
And they're like, no way. And like,
nobody wants them.
Oh, I sold them all fucking day long.
Yeah.
All day long that season.
Were you able to? Did you drop it down, or were people just buying it?
People were just buying it. Because I did it because I was mainly. I shouldn't say sell. I did lots of barter. That was mainly like I wanted that sort of stuff because it was like, oh, I know people who don't have money, like they can't get shit, but people were not buying from the people who had weed here at the time and actually coming and buying it from me because the quality was there. It was decent shit. But yeah, one lady I used to I would blast a run of dabs, and do a couple of runs on them and you'll get some stuff the second time.
Mhm.
But instead of that, she wanted the second runs because then she would do cooking with it, and I would just give her that. It's just like, oh, here you have it. And then she'd make chocolates and stuff like that,
Oh, wow.
and come back and trade me for fucking butter. So basically, I just gave you shit to trade back to me.
Wow.
Yeah. It was pretty nice that year. Every morning, everybody got a little drop of chocolate in their coffee and stuff
Wow.
like that. And all
That's
kinds of
nice.
fucked up. She'd bring treats for the dogs.
I would love to eat. I love the chocolate. Chocolate and weed have a flavor that is incredible together. And coffee too.
Yeah.
So I think that magic 3 combination. Plus
Works.
you get the caffeine to like boost you up a little. I mean, you don't want to do that with sativa. Do that with indica.
Oh, I like sativas in certain environments. It's more about the environment than necessarily
Sometimes.
For me, it never triggers my anxiety. It compounds it.
Yeah.
So if I'm in something that I know is going to be anxiety driven anyways, because I did for a long time ago, because I like sativas, what they can do for your mind wise and
But
stuff
with
like
coffee.
that. Oh,
I mean,
well, no.
imagine that.
Oh, yeah. Because that's what I would do. As I would sit,
You do drink coffee.
I drink a shit ton of coffee or soda, caffeine, and sativas, and I would sit and fucking write code for days, like
Wow.
be up for fucking days.
Yeah, because it really does.
Yeah.
Zone into the zone where you can focus on all
Yep.
of that stuff.
Yeah,
It really does that a lot.
Yeah, the caffeine and the
Lights
the
it up.
THC is a real good, and also helps with my dyslexia. So like it helps focus.
And OCD too. I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'll do that later.
I'm glad I don't have OCD. Some people would argue and say I'm a clean freak, but I'm actually not that bad.
That's good.
I do know that when you live in community though, like you really need to stay on top of shit, or things go bad quick. Those people at Dancing Rabbit were clean freaks, and I totally understand, especially in the kitchen.
I would keep kicking, like, people come in my van that like hang out because I'm always laying down in there. I like to lay down, whatever. So it's the only comfortable place, and like I'm always sweeping with my hands, like.
Especially out here when it rains, everything gets so sandy. Like I sweep on a regular basis.
Crazy. So I'm like, I lost my broom now too, so.
Uh-oh.
I'm freaking out.
Did we check what time it was when?
No, but we can tell.
Yeah. Yes, popcorn nugs, little tiny popcorn nugs. They were marvelous.
Yeah.
Come on.
They are convenient to throw in the bowl, like small.
Wait a minute. All right, I'm starting to look back at some of the questions. Now, the real question is the regular one or the fancy one that has the toy attachments? What were you talking about that would have potentially had toy attachments? Is it the sex pillow? Oh, maybe the sex pillow.
Oh, yes.
No, there are no attachments to go with the sex pillow. It is. No attachments. You're dirty, Joyce. This is a PG show. PG-13. Fuck you, Copa.
Right.
So do you worry about any of that stuff?
I really don't put anything in my videos except for traveling stuff. I mean, I might say a couple curse words. Other than that, no.
No. So the whole Copa thing that's going on, and I don't know how much you pay attention to it. Clearly, probably not that much.
I've watched it a little bit.
But it's channels that are geared towards kids.
Yeah.
And people are worried that, they're gonna at their discretion think that or label mine as as made for kids define me, and it's just like no, like the Federal Trade Commission, and COPA's been around for nearly 20 years. Federal Trade Commission in that time. Google, when they handed them their $178 million settlement, it was a settlement. They didn't go, that was the 32nd time they've done anything. So like, there's no way they're coming after all our fucking content creators and shit like that. It's just like, oh no, we're now gonna do what we're supposed to, and yes, if your shit's made for kids, you gotta fucking label it so that we don't target market to them, and that's what it's about.
That's all.
Yeah.
It's not hard either. I mean, but I see where some people try to get around it. That's what the essence of it is.
Yeah, and those are the people that should worry.
Right.
But I swear, way too much shit that could even be like, oh, this is for kids. And same, like, one of the channels that I watch, I think, is Less Junk, More Journey, and they have children, and like, they're not allowed to get comments on videos and shit like that. And I think that's kind of fucked because their content isn't really made for children. It's not targeting them at all, but I mean, they have enough like, what's that, hide some sort of comments. If it's a questionable comment, they hide it, right? Well, you have that sort of software. Just make that required for anything that has a child in it, But
it's hard. How do you know? I don't know. It's a.
Well, you got to rely on the content creators being honest.
Yeah.
Like,
Pandora's box. I mean, at this point, I mean, I'm not worried about it because I don't really have anything questionable. I don't think.
No.
Maybe a couple copyright infringements, but I'm not getting monetized on anything, so.
Well, and is it music copyright infringement?
It's just something that would be in the background, maybe.
Yeah.
But I try to give the credit for all
Yeah.
the work.
So do we want to make sure that it's all 100% covered?
That looks good. All right.
Come on, turn on. Oh.
Maybe I want a little more paprika. This side don't open.
Hold on, wait till this turns on. All right, now let's go. Do we want to add any more water, or is that plenty?
Yeah, a little bit more.
Did you say a little bit more, or was that
yes,
for the
a
paprika?
little bit more.
All right. I'm
Sorry.
like, that's for the paprika or the water. All right.
The paprika. All right.
But I am going to just add that water cold.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because all that other shit is fucking steaming hot now.
Got a good start. There's also a hot paprika that I like to use. There's different peppers, but it's all these same type of pepper, but some are spicy. And that is really good. But it's hard to cook for a big crowd with something like that because it's a specific taste,
Unless it's like, oh, this is a spicy food club. Then, you can make spicy stuff. But yeah, I love spicy food, but so few people do. So few people do. And it's just like...
All my kids love it. And my one son, I just went over there and we made a big pot of vegetable soup.
And to be honest, that's usually one of the first ways that I disqualify a girl.
Oh, really?
It's like, so you like spicy food? No? Alright, we can't take it.
That's great. So he's adding habanero peppers to the vegetable soup. And he likes it spicy. I'm like, wow. And my daughter too. She likes the suicide habanero chips.
Oh.
Yeah. the ghost pepper chips.
Suicide.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had that yet.
She likes the spiciest chicken wings you can get, you know.
Yeah, that's usually where I go. I don't care
That's
for
dangerous.
the flaming hot. I don't care for that flavor. It's not that it's too spicy. It's just like it's not a good flavor.
The flavor, it's about the flavor
Yeah.
for me too.
Yeah, and habaneros have delicious flavor. If you
Mhm.
balance it with enough fat and sugars, like you'll continue to eat it no matter how much you're sweating.
It is delicious, and it still like detoxes you,
Totally
you know.
does.
But like you said, it's the balance.
Yeah.
Put the honey or the raspberry or something with it, and it's fabulous.
Yeah. One of my first times I cooked for the potluck at Dancing Rabbit,
Mhm.
which is on a Tuesday, I made Jamaican jerk, but instead of the chicken, I used seitan so that it could be over. And there's so many people just weeping and their nose running. Go, why are you doing me? Why am I going back for more?
Yes.
It's like
It's
because
so
it's
good, but
delicious. Yeah.
my mouth is on fire. No, I love when your lips and your like face tingles from like for a long time afterwards. I love that. I don't know. Maybe it was.
Huh?
Maybe it was all the peppers I've eaten in my life. I don't know. It's just like I love that. The feeling I became addicted to almost.
Probably. I wouldn't
Yeah.
doubt that at all.
And they have this lip gloss that you can put, and it has hot pepper. Oh, I love
Really?
that. Yes.
That's
Hot
just
pepper lip
goofy.
gloss.
Now I gotta look that up. As well as I'm a tele-alien that he does have a bag and shit.
There's also one called Buzzed, and it sings your lips too. I like it spicy.
Package.
Hi. Hi, baby. Oh, did you hear? Well, you probably on this. You know about the puppies vaccinations.
The
and
parvos,
all
yeah,
that?
yeah. Yeah, we're all taken care of up here.
Okay. All right.
There, we got responsible humans.
Awesome.
Even though my human lets me run and go visit my friends and shit, they're responsible. Oh, yes. Oh. Honestly, I think homeless people are some of the best pet owners. And that's coming. I used to breed and show Chinese Shar-Peis.
Mhm.
So, like, I was really picky about who I would let have dogs and shit like that. But, like, dogs are pack animals. They're almost always with their human and their human. It's like,
Right.
just
they're
like
with
there's
you.
not the anxiety of the people who work in corporate jobs and they're gone 12 hours a day and they get to see their dogs
Right.
maybe for 4 hours, maybe, the rest of the time they spend it alone and shit
That's
like
true.
that.
You're getting a lot more quality.
And the reality is when they go out to Spain, nobody ignores the dogs. Like there's
I know. It's true.
her human was talking about how he'll sit outside of a place and he'll even put out bags of dog food showing I have dog food, and people still bring out dog
Aw.
food.
Right. Well, they want to make sure you
Yeah.
keep having dog food.
Well, and the funny thing is because
Screw you.
I don't
You don't need any food.
I-
I'll just give you dog food.
Yeah. I don't think people realize that that's a backpack to carry what they can for a little bit. Don't give them a big, because every time they go, oh yeah, and then we end up just trying to hunt out some home bums to give that food to for their dog, because I can't carry it around with me.
Maybe a big garbage pail should be someplace that we could put extra dog food. So I know people go around looking for it. I mean, we probably don't have a lot here, but I know there's some people have a whole bunch.
You can, I don't even have a dog, and I get dog food.
I always feed my leftovers to the dogs.
Oh yeah.
But you know, I don't put out spicy stuff out or anything bad.
Oh, why not?
Yeah. I don't want them to get sick or have the shits in somebody else's yard. That's probably why.
It's
Or in
somebody
mine.
else's. I don't think spicy food bothers dogs at all. You know, their stomach, like, they can eat roadkill that's been sitting there for a couple of days and not have it affect them. So like, I never worry about that sort of thing. Oh, and it was funny.
That.
So, a while back, we made some eggs and hash, and it sat around a whole day and a half. I'm like, I'll put that out for dogs. And like, I was letting Nerf know that, yeah, I'm putting this out for Kitty. He's like, I would eat that. And I'm like, really? And it didn't click to him that it was from the day before, not this morning, from the day before. And he ate it, and he got so fucking sick, but Kitty was fine. I actually had him sleeping at my place for like, I think he was here a total of 3 days because he was just sick.
That is horrible. That happened to me one day for Sunday Fun Day one year. I made Easter eggs. It was right after prom, or right sometime, and I made Easter eggs, and one had cracked, and so I took it over there, and we decorated. We had really a lot of fun and everything, and so then I was like, I'll take this one for the team. I don't want anybody to eat this one. Oh my God! Bad choice. Bad decision. I was laying on the desert floor, dying, and I was like, everybody get away from me. Mike is looking out, and he's going, are you okay down there? I was like, just let me die. Just let me die. Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, eggs are not something to fuck around with, folks.
Never. Something in them turns poison.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, just don't know how it didn't click to him.
Yeah, no eggs.
No eggs that have been sitting around. Bad choices. See what we missed. All these people are eavesdropping. And I don't know how long you'll be able to eavesdrop. I just figured I'd let it go until the battery died on it. Oh, you worked in an adult store once?
Daddy's got some stories. Or she, who is it?
That was Joyce. I worked at a cashier at Sex World for about a month or two, something like that. And it was great because if you ever got caught, if people got caught stealing from the store, you gave them a choice. We can either call the cops or we can take a picture with the item that you stole and we fucking put it up on the wall.
Yeah, right. Which is worse?
Oh, so many people chose
the embarrassment.
The embarrassment as the picture and stuff like that. But yeah, those are always fun. Like, all right.
Hopefully they weren't doing the act with it, like
no,
as a suggestion.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I imagine people have some stories about that.
Yeah, back in the day when people used to write checks and stuff. All the bounce ones on the wall, kind of make sure.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, I think it's better to do it that way.
Well, this was right before they started to come out with the machineries to check. What was it? Checkmate, I think, was the service that they had back in the day. Checkmate. It was like right before that stuff was coming out, and they would actually come in and be like, "We'll buy all those."
Wow.
Because if they have the check, they can go after the people. You know, so they buy them pennies on the dollar, sort of thing.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, those onions smell really good.
Yep.
Starting to smell good. Mm. But this is a good meal. You can, I mean, we make dumplings, you know, the little teeny ones.
No.
They're very painstaking to make.
Yeah, I only do decent sized dumplings. So you have one and whatever.
I make liver dumplings. Those are delicious.
Liver
Oh my
dumplings?
god, they're fabulous. You put these in chicken soup. And you just kind of float them in there. And it gives flavor to your broth and vice versa.
So how much liver is in the liver dumplings?
Not much. It's only like 2 or 3 pieces it winds up being, you know. But you can make a whole bunch of liver dumplings.
Yeah. One of the reasons why I asked is because a while back I had been reading an article, and apparently people with liver diseases and shit like that, by eating those types of food helps repair it. And I was like, wow, because there's so many people out here with Hep C, you know, and it's like, well, shit, if they started fucking eating lots of fucking, you know, liver and stuff like that, could you like really, like, how much does that help? Because that is some people say that they get cured from Hep C from eating livers and shit like that. Like, so could you go into a high density place and just feed them good tasting livers so that they would eat it?
And this is good.
Yeah, like livers, I'll eat a shit ton of that. So like that's, like, you get sick of that over time sort of thing.
I had to have a high iron diet at one point because it was right after I had my son, my youngest son Tim. You met him. And I almost died having him. So I had to have a hemorrhage. So I had to have a lot of that whatever fills up your blood, that plasma stuff. And then I needed to replace all the iron in my blood. So like I had to eat all this iron stuff. So I was trying to eat everything that tasted good with iron. And, you know.
Is that why the potato skins and stuff like that?
Yes, that too. Potato skins and steak. You know, like red meat. And really deep green, nice veggies.
Is anybody even still watching? Well, 4 people are watching apparently. I'm going to refresh just to make sure. But yeah, it says 4 people still watching. Nobody's talking. Last thing was when Joy said he worked in an adult toy store.
No, yeah. Because we kind of started talking to each other instead. So they're just kind of watching a talk show right now.
It does say behind the scenes. It doesn't really say you will be entertained. You'll be entertained when this is edited and cut down.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that view is going to be used at all. Maybe some B-roll footage for. Oh, and then you wait. So how'd you survive the rain?
It was last night, right?
Well, the last 3 weeks.
Well, yeah. The first one, I had a freaking flood. We had
really?
A flood at it.
Yeah.
There was a foot that went through the meditation room, at least, and Danger was sleeping in there. He was looking for a dry spot, so we put him in there. It was not dry. It was raining on him, and he, like, at one point, he had a big foam piece. So he laid on that and put the dog on there, and then at some point the dog fell off and he floated across the room on the foam because there was that much.
Because it wasn't heavy enough to keep it down.
Yeah, it was hysterical. So I mean, you heard him, bitch. He was like, crack, 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 crack. But yeah. And then Steve and I were in the van together, so we were nice and dry. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, nice and dry.
Thank goodness for the van.
Yeah, first time I ever had a leak in the trailer was that first one. And I'm pretty sure it's because the way the wind was driving the rain and stuff like that is the only reason that happened. Because since that time we've put couple layers of paint on everything.
Mhm.
But on mine, where there's seams and you can see where it was like, oh yeah, I need to get something in there. It's probably what.
Yeah. We put the tarp up. We were like, okay, you know, and we realized afterwards it's pitched like so. At one point, he went to get up to come to bed, and it was up to his knees in the living room, going toward the fire pit.
Yeah, you did get
You're
flood,
like,
didn't you?
Try to get to the van like this, you know, it's rushing through. Flash flood, yeah. I'm surprised because, like, we're away from washes. You know, we're in the middle of town, kind of. But there's still.
Well, it's still
Enough
fairly.
pitch there.
Yep, and it's still fairly flat, so
Mhm.
like water has a chance to build up. I don't flood up here. Just saying.
Yeah, yes, that's what I liked about being up in the dunes. It's nice and high up there.
Yeah. People start going, oh, you don't know anything about that hill, people, do you? Oh, I do not.
Yeah, it was fun. So I still have not cleaned up the meditation room because I was like out of commission for a couple weeks. So I still have to like
Clean
I
out
just
there.
keep going in it and I'm like it's like all over the walls, the mud and everything. You know, you really need a stiff broom and
Yep.
a good back day.
A good back day
Yeah.
indeed. Well, hopefully we can knock this fucking rain shit off.
These flowers all popped. Like, what is this in this bush here? It's not creosote. It turns orange.
I forget what it is. You sure it's not creosote? No, the creosote's the white stuff over
That
here.
would be yellow and then the little cotton ball seed. I don't know, but anyway, it's beautiful.
Yeah, there'll be kind of violet flowers on the. I think it's a salt cedar that gives them off.
Mhm. That might be cedar. Yeah.
No, I don't think the salt cedar is more back that way.
Okay.
I don't think it's running over that far. But I'm guessing it might be one of the mesquites because there are a couple of different ones that grow out here.
Yeah. And then all the yellow flowers popped around our camp, which was nice. It's such a yin and yang over there. It's like everybody around you is so loud and they're always screaming and fighting and and then you have like the birds coming. They're flooded with birds. Like so many birds. Beautiful. And then flowers all popped and it looks really nice and it's like so it's kind of yin and yang. The nice sunset over top of the big scrap trucks, you know, from campers and stuff with all the graffiti on it. I want to photograph it, but I need a better camera. It's
They say that you can do whatever with.
iPhone.
Oh, you got an iPhone? You're a fancy one? Yeah, you should be able to get where to make decent pictures with that.
I noticed that some of the other ones are better than I have an 8. So.
Yeah, what are they on? 11 now? 11's the one that's got the 3 cameras.
Yeah. And I swear they have these programs that shut your shit down to a lesser one than it was before or something so you get the new one. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a conspiracy theorist.
Oh, no, they what it is they wear, oddly enough, they wear out and become slower, is what it is.
They do that too, for sure.
Because everything gets bloated, because this thing here is horrible. It takes forever to load. And I remember when I got it, it was like, oh, this ain't bad at all. Blah, blah,
Yes.
blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
And now it's just like,
And they suck
okay.
to getting this phone, and now you have it, and you're just finally not even paying it off, and then it doesn't work.
So I take hand-me-downs. Hand-me-downs are the cheapo phones.
Yeah.
Lots of cheapo phones.
I
But
know.
lately it's been hand-me-downs. So it's been kind of nice. I got the one that this thing, what is it, Samsung Galaxy 8. I mean, it's a couple behind, but still, it's got the nice curved screen and 4K for video and shit like that. So.
Wow. No cracks too.
Huh? No, they're little tiny crack, but all right. But here's really the funny thing about it. Can you see the pink how the screen part of the screen's pink?
Yeah.
So that's because the person who gave it to me was a YouTube junkie.
Oh.
And they watch it like this, and that area that's not burnt is where the screen is and where the video's going.
Wow, that's a lot of usage. Holy crap.
Yep. Well, it's something that's specific with this phone.
Okay.
It's kind of a glitch with this phone.
The white screen thing or whatever when you leave
Pink.
it too long or it
Yeah,
turns pink.
the white areas turn pink for some reason.
It used to happen on the Atari or what? Not Atari, but whatever is out now. I don't know, Nintendo or some shit. PS28. Yeah.
PS28.
It's like, you know, the screen will freeze and then it'll. Or if you leave it for dinner.
Oh yeah,
then you
yeah.
come back and it's like.
Some of the older videos on older TVs would burn the image into it if it was sitting there too long. If that's all you did was play games,
right.
like Mortal Kombat, everything on the outside would get etched in there.
Exactly.
Come on, simmer. Oh, how's it going?
Good. Will there be vegetarian or vegan options with tonight's dinner?
Who's asking?
People online.
People online.
And Slab City chatter.
There
They wanna know
may be vegetarian, a poisoned vegetarian version.
Okay.
The people who have been showing up have been poisoned before, and they'll know what I'm talking about because I've told them, like, I'm poisoning you. Because there'll be a step where we'll take out stuff that'll be vegetarians, but it's been in chicken stock.
Got it. Come on.
Hi.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
careful.
be careful with her.
Yeah,
She's it's best to just kind of ignore her and let her.
Oh, yeah, I think you told me this before. I should have done my lesson.
Yeah, I got bit by her.
Really?
Not hard.
Come on.
Not hard.
Let's go, sweetie.
Didn't break skin or anything like that, but just like I turned around and walked away, and all of a sudden she fucking nipped at my calf, and I'm like, oh fuck.
I was bit only once ever by a dog, and it went right through my jacket, but it was because I was trying to take a thorn out of its paw. So I've really never have, and I didn't hold it against the dog. You know, I used to tie it on a leash too.
Yeah.
It lived outside, so what do you expect? But I don't know. I just don't have that experience with dogs, so I guess I just always I'm like, hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm usually like, I don't worry about dogs at all. And like now she's come around, I can go in the car when she's in there and she don't even fucking look twice at me. Where for quite some time she's like, I thought she did, but she gets startled easily. And I've come out of my trailer a couple of times and she's like, and started to charge at me, and I say, Karma, no, and she hears my voice. I was like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah. She's an old girl.
But yeah, she hasn't bitten anybody in a minute.
That's good. This is wood. This is plastic.
Oh no, there's a
wood over there.
Yeah.
I'm teasing. Right?
But he feels bad not being able to take her in social functions and stuff like that. So bought her a muzzle. Makes her way more aggressive. Like she's never went after Shiny. She's always been cool with Shiny. Never been a problem. But like put that muzzle on, you're like, oh, fuck you, Shiny.
Well, I wouldn't want somebody to put one on me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if they have to wear a bra. I mean, I know what that's like. You know, they all have those little leash things that go around.
Yeah, you just got a necklace. But yeah, it does make me nervous when she's following me around too, because I don't feed. I don't
Oh,
feed dogs either.
right.
You know, at all. She's very food driven.
Oh, I had to. Wow.
And that's why she bit me, is because I was cooking, we were walking around and stuff like that. Like, I wasn't giving her anything. She's like, you will feed me.
I feel bad. Like the neighbor's dogs came over and they like got in our cooler, and even though we like tried to put up barriers and like put the chair on it and whatever else we did, it still was getting in the cooler. And this cooler is like, I can't even get the damn thing open. Honestly, I'm like, I don't know how she's doing it, but she ate some of the food and they felt really bad and they replaced it, which is no big deal.
Mm.
But she kept, I mean, every time that she was looking for them, they were over my house. They were like, you're cooking something I want, you know?
Yep.
So
That's why that one's here.
I had to start saying, I'm cooking dinner.
Keep holding your dog.
Yeah. Yeah, I had them in the kitchen with me. They're like, is there anything that's going to drop? You know? So funny.
Yeah. She really gets like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they all come running around. Because we don't have a dog, so ours, like, if we had a dog, it would probably keep them out of there. But no.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe they make friends.
Yeah. It's good one. Thank you. It's so super pretty.
Yeah. A bit of cloudy day. Ooh, actually, you know what? You don't have to have a cloudy day. We can do this.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh. We just have to deal with all that heat. Oh, so much cooler just having that,
It really
that
is.
sunlight
Wow.
on you.
Plus the kitchen heats up with the heat from the pot,
Yep.
which is why they would make thick food. Now I do it in my van. I'm like, it's cold in here, let's cook something. So
Yeah,
I
last year
crack
for a
it up.
while, I have a little butane one.
Mhm.
Don't have any butane for it. I need to get some because it's handy as fuck.
It is.
When you run out of that, and because it always happens at coffee time, first thing in the morning. At least last time when it went out, got one run, so everybody wasn't too cranky. But yeah, I had to go first thing.
If you had another tank, you could trade them out.
If I had, yeah, because if I had another tank, I would keep it attached to that thing. Because it's nice having not having to drag the tank back and forth every time I want to use it.
Now, do you realize why people have houses?
Nope.
They're like, well, how it got to be like that.
Mhm.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay, let's make this better. Okay, we don't have to have 1 gallon jugs like all the time. Or, you know.
No, I
You don't
totally
have
get
to
it,
have
but
a
that's
well.
why I want to do a community and have a common house, a kitchen, and everybody's houses are quote unquote their bedroom or their living space
Yeah.
and shit like that.
I always, I used to look up stuff about tiny houses,
Mm-hmm.
tiny homes, and like everybody has their own room, but you know, there's a community living room,
Yeah.
kitchen, or dining, or whatever.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a dining room, but maybe.
Yeah, they would usually have like a community, kind of like how
Big one in the
apartments
middle.
do. You know, they'll have that common space. Like, oh, you want to play? We do have a ping pong table that everybody can share, as well as for when you have guests more than 4 or 5 in your apartment, and you need a bigger space. Here's that spot.
I always was looking at buying big tracts of land, maybe like 20 acres ish, maybe 15 or 10. But you know, originally with my family, but you know, they weren't into it or whatever, so never
Yeah,
came to fruition.
have you watched that? What is it? Little House?
On the prairie.
No, it's not Little House on the Prairie, but
Yeah.
anyways, it is a family that's doing stuff. They have, I think, 3 kids. That their significant others either live on the property or they have property because they married whoever they married. It was their family's property and it's real
Right.
close. And they're doing stuff on sandbags. They built a nice big kitchen out of sandbags.
Oh, I love that.
And just did a concrete kitchen countertop and stuff like that.
I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They're fun to watch. They put out a 20-minute episode every Friday,
Nice.
I think.
Huh.
As well
It's
as
on YouTube?
yeah.
What channel is it?
I can't think of it. Little something or
It's okay, you don't have to.
yeah, because I'm not signed. Oh wait, I'm signed into this one. I can find out.
Mm.
It's just having to be signed into the right channel to be able to look it up because I do follow different things on different on my different channels. My cannabis channels, I do all my cannabis related subscriptions.
Right on, different audiences.
Yep. My main one is where I watch most of my
Values coming
Well,
by
there's-
for a massage.
Alright.
Did you get one this year?
No. I'm weird. I don't let people touch me.
Oh.
Unless I know them real well, and
Yeah.
I don't know her hardly at all. And she seems a lot different this year than last year. Come on, I know you're here so. Oh hell. Just look at the subscriptions. That's where I get My Little Homestead.
Oh,
This is the name
okay.
of it.
Yeah. Dig it. But the thing that happened to me was I realized how much I really enjoy traveling. Like I don't like to stay in a place too long. So it would have to be a mix of both. Like I would have to have like my van and just stay in there, and then when I want to roll out, I'll just roll out for a little while.
Yeah.
So, kind of have mixed feelings for kind of torn.
Well, that's part of the reason why I want to do the community / campground thing. Because there's the income source. It also makes it easy for people who have those type of houses that are on the go all the time. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about zoning because it's already fucking zoned that way.
Right.
And then people can come in and out, and if you do a good job scheduling and being like, oh, we need to have, during the spring or during the fall when we're planting and shit like that. Yeah, we need more hands around. Please
Right
show up,
on.
sort of that sort of thing. But like
Right on.
on the other time, it could be a lot of like everybody taking turns
Yeah, pitching in.
doing whatever it is. Because I mean, most of those campgrounds are run by a couple. So like as long as there's people on hand to take care of that, be like, nope, this is your week, or however long
Right.
it is, depending on how many people.
That's true. Yes.
Video is too dark. Well, yeah, that probably did make it awful dark when we put that,
We got lost.
but we're not going to sweat just for you. Sorry. Maybe if this was lowered, it might be better. Because I don't think we need to cut anything anymore, right? Oh, well, we're probably going to debone chicken over there. So maybe it ain't that bad. Yeah, it's still horrible. Maybe that means we're supposed to, I'm gonna go grab some stuff for the deboning purposes.
Okay.
getting done. I want to check it and see and smell the. Okay, it's liquidy. We're gonna need some flour.
Will this be big enough for the sour cream flour mix?
Yes, that should do well. Very well, actually.
And for the chicken. Is that angle a little bit better? Feel weird making you look at the back of my head.
I know. You want to sit over here?
Nah, I don't want to
I
scrunch.
know, it's kind of weird.
It's tiny space. And you already got to share with that one. She's
That's
a
what I was
bum.
just saying in her ear. She said, "Bless you, hogging the whole bench." Huh.
Plus, they're not really all that talking that much. So like,
Yeah.
it is
Kinda like a
behind the
talk show.
scenes.
You can have commentary like on what are those, that gold show, like when they're digging for gold, and then people can make the comments in the corner. It's kind of like that more.
Digging for Zane Green?
No. Oh, this is real TV, I guess. It was a long time ago.
Really? You could make comments on
Yeah.
real TV? Was it through the internet though?
Yeah, somehow. Hashtags. And then you can make a comment about it. Or
Well, there's probably somebody sitting and watching the different places. And be like, all right, we'll put this one up.
Yes, exactly. They're screening that.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Something to make people curious or something to answer like a question about whatever.
And the torch.
And
Is that
then
over
they
by
started
you?
having after shows. No. I
Oh,
don't
there it is.
see it.
Got tucked away from the darkening down.
The only thing I miss is Survivor.
Yeah, I was a Survivor junkie. When I had television, I watched that. That and Big Brother. I was a Big Brother junkie as well.
Kind of
Just
forgot
because
about it.
I like those, watching what people will do for money. It's
Right?
like,
Or
how shady will people actually get for money?
yeah, sneaky or
Yeah.
but sometimes they're just strong or outspoken or I don't know. There's all different people.
Well, don't you look over here? Huh? Huh?
So I have these two dogs that come in my van all the time, and they just come up and they run up in my lap and like I want to snuggle with you. She's doing the same thing. Is it a she or he?
Yes,
It's a
she.
I feel like so mama. I love their eyelashes. She puts her head down like this.
And she's the only one that's not really all that jealous, but I guess that's because we aren't her humans.
Yeah.
But both Turquoise and Karma get super jealous if their humans pay attention to other
Right.
people. And Turquoise gets super jealous if I pay attention to other dogs as well. No. And in fact, past years, she would get downright aggressive with fucking
Wow.
dogs. Yeah, you know Nemo, right?
Yeah.
MJ. She went after MJ hard, and everybody loves MJ. Like, MJ's not causing no problems.
I think I'm good.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is the unfortunate thing about doing dabs is the tolerance to them builds up quick.
Yes, that's the one thing I don't do very often. That's why I don't do them very often.
blister very strong, so that's
Mhm.
the only time.
I guess when you do them in the like the vape pens and stuff like that, where you're constantly getting the same amount
Yeah.
each time,
Yes.
it's a lot better. But as soon as you start doing these things, you know, oh, this time I got a little bit more. Oh, this time I got a
Yeah.
little bit more. And next thing you know, it's like, fuck, I got to do a quarter gram to.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't know. Same thing with this though. But yeah.
It's more fun when I'm doing little tiny bits at a time, and then San Diego 420 comes out to visit and forces me to do the quarter gram dabs, and I just get all kinds of retarded then.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Still there. It's a lot more tolerable.
Yeah, and while I did not have heartburn because of that wedge, I normally sleep on my side, and that's not so easy to do with the wedge thing, so I was sleeping on my back, so a little bit more.
My arms go numb. I sleep on my side. I can't sleep on my back of tummy. So I'm like, I just keep switching sides.
Yeah.
That's so annoying. I don't know. Maybe I need a different.
Do you do guided meditation at night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's helped me a shit ton. Because otherwise, if I just go to bed, I do toss and turn all night from one side to the other, fucking body pillows.
Yeah.
But,
Get all comfortable. Like I have to tuck in.
Oh,
I have
don't
to do this
tuck
whole thing, and then I get too hot, and then I'll put my feet up.
When I tuck in, I do grab the thing, roll one way, and then roll back. I'm tucked.
Yeah.
Things you learn how to do when you're single forever.
Right.
Like, I'm tucked my own self in.
My blanket is quite small, so it's like one of those throw size ones, but I love the feeling of it because I can't sleep without it. I have to have the cozy. So, and like, I have to have my pillow and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, I'm a my pillow sort of thing. But I'm using one of those cool foam pillows because my head sweats a shit ton.
Yeah.
So nobody else has those pillows, so I got my own pillow sort of person. And body pillow, gotta have a body pillow. Even if it's, and right now mine is horrible. Doesn't have a cover on it anymore. It's just the fucking stuff all matted down, and you can see how it was rolled, and just like, I should get a new one of these days.
Yeah.
But always something.
Never get.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I can get something else instead of that.
Right. Exactly.
Because they don't really make good ones anymore, and if they do, they spend a lot of money. But I'd really like to get one of those horseshoe-shaped ones, the U-shaped, so that, then I ain't gotta roll the pillow. I just roll my body and grab the next side.
Yes.
So much easier.
There was a candy cane shaped pillow that I used to lay the baby in.
But
I realized, man, that thing is great for sleeping too. For me, it was like, I don't know, you can kind of lay your head in it, or I don't know, all kinds of things. Yeah. Anyway, I like to be comfortable. I guess everybody does. I like to be cozy. What are you thinking about?
We're probably coming up on close to an hour in water, so I'm trying to think what else we need to get for the next shot. Gonna need the sour cream and flour.
Sour cream, flour. Do you have a whisk? Or a
Fork?
fork? That works.
I do not have a whisk. God, that thing's giant.
You said you liked it. Sour cream.
We're probably done with this cutting one anymore. Alright, uh-oh. Didn't see the GoPro there. I was like, oh shit, did it drop in the food?
Imagine that.
Oh, that would suck. It is waterproof, but I don't know how long it would take the temperature
Yeah.
and then to fucking clean it out.
Yeah, it would be goopy. Let's see what's it doing. That's looking good.
Fork and maybe poke it and see how the meat's coming along. Still pretty hard.
That's pretty hard, yeah.
Alright. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna try it.
maybe test one of the ones farther down, see if.
Yeah, that could be too.
Yeah, because these are feeling a little bit